quiet village of Akabe, between the hidden thick forest and red-haired hills, people feared one night more than any other night in the year, the night of the full moon, because that was when the Wakada spirit moved. No one ever seen the spirit with their eyes, but everyone knew how it worked. Every full moon, the Wakada spirit wandered through the village like a visible weed. When it found a woman it liked, it would enter her body, and before anyone could stop it, strange things would begin to happen. The possessed woman would suddenly become wild with energy. She would laugh loudly, dance in the streets, and the most frightened of all, she would start chasing the men in the village up and down the path. Men would run, hide behind the trees, jump fences, climb rooftop, anything to escape her strange pursuit. The elders always say, when the Wakada spirit enters someone, that woman becomes stronger than 10 hunters and faster than the wind. So every full moon, when the moon rose big and white like a giant eyes in the sky, all the women stays indoors, but the spirit always found someone. And the next morning, the village will be full of stories. When that time of the year arrives, families protect their girl children. They ask them to stay indoor. They provide everything they need for them because the Wakanda spirit always possess women, not men. In a small cracking hut at the edge of Akabi village lived a girl named Amina. Amina was an orphan. Her parents had died when she was very young, so she was forced to live with her father's sister, Auntie Zara. But Auntie Zara was known across the village as the most wicked woman everyone had ever met. She had two daughters, Bola, the older one, lazy like a sleepy goat, Tola, the younger one, even lazier. The girls never lifted a finger. Instead, Amina did everything from morning until night. She fetches water from the far river, gather firewood from the forest, cook food from the entire family, wash clothes, clean the entire house, even work on the farm. Yet Auntie Zara still complained. Lazy child, she would shout at Amina. Meanwhile, her daughters were lying under the mango tree, eating roasted corn. The villagers pity Amina, but no one dare challenge Auntie Zara. Auntie Zara used Amina as a sacrificial lamb for her children. Amina was very beautiful, kind-hearted, and very obedient. Even when the villagers tried to convince Amina to stand up for herself, Amina would say, I am only but an orphan. I cannot do all these things myself, but one thing is for sure. I leave everything for God. Let God, who created me, be the judge of everything that Atizara is doing to me just because I am an orphan child. But Atizara had a strange secret wish. She desperately wanted the Wakada spirit to enter Amina. Why? Because she believed something. Long ago, people often said, when the Wakada spirit enters a poor girl, her destiny changed forever. Sometimes those women later become wedding, or sometimes they marry powerful men, or gain mysterious strength. And Auntie Zara thought if the spirit enter Amina, maybe rich men will notice her and take her away. Then I will no longer have to feed her. So every full moon, Auntie Zara forced Amina to stay outside the house. Amina would cry and knock at the door for Auntie Zara to open the door for her. But instead, Auntie Zara lazy children will be inside laughing at Amina. She would lock the door and say, sleep outside, let the moon wash over you. Amina would lie under the cold sky while her cousins slept comfortable inside. But month after month, the spirit never shows Amina. Atizara began to wonder why the spirit never shows Amina, despite the fact that every full moon she will lock the door against Amina outside and ask Amina to sleep under the tree. The spirit never for once entered Amina's body. Atizara began to wonder, who is this girl? What exactly is she doing that makes the spirit never to enter her? Well, I am going to find out one day. 1 year later, during the harvest season, the largest full moon anyone had ever seen in the years rose over Akabi village. It was huge, bright, almost golden. The elders whispered nervously, "The Wakada spirit will be very strong tonight." People quickly shut their doors. The town crier announced that every family with a girl child should stay indoor because tonight the Wakada spirit is going to appear and every woman should stay indoor. When Auntie Zara heard of this news, she was very happy. She whispered to herself and said, "Tonight, I must do everything to make sure that the Wakada spirit enter Amina, and I will make sure that I protect my children against the Wakada spirit." The men in the village prepared hidden places. Women stay indoors, but once again, Atinzara pushed Amina outside. "Tonight is the night," she whispered excitedly. She locked the door behind her. Inside the house, her daughters Bola and Tola were jiggling. They believed nothing would happen to them because their mother is always there to protect them. Who wants that strange spirit anyways? Bola laughed. Midnight arrived. The whole village was silent because every family have taken their daughters into hidden places. Suddenly, a strange wind passed through the trees. The dogs began barking. Amina knew it was time. She was sitting quietly beside the hut, felt the wind brush past her face. Amina said, "What is that? I felt something just now, but the wind just passed my face." But the wind didn't stop. The wind moved past her, past the yard, past the door, and then it slipped through the tiny window into the house. Bola was still lying lazy on a mat. Suddenly, she sat up, her eyes wide open. Her body began to shake. Then she burst into a loud laugh. "Ha ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha!" Tola jumped. "Bola, what are you doing?" But Bola stood up slowly. Then Tola asked again, "Bola, what is going on? Why are you laughing like this? Why are your eyes becoming wider? And why is your body shaking?" Then her movement was strange. Her eyes stood bright like a moon outside. Then she shouted, "Where are they? Where are the men in this village?" Tola screamed. Atizara froze. "What is this? What is happening to my daughter? Who did this to my daughter?" And before they could even react, Bola kicked the door down with her unbelievable strength. Bola ran past Amina. She ran into the street like a lightning. Men who were quietly sitting outside jumped in terror. The spirit has entered someone." Bola pointed at them. "You cannot escape me tonight," she laughed. And the chaos began. Amina, who saw how Bola ran out of the house, was very worried. She said to herself, "I think the Wakada spirit has entered Bola. Oh my God, please save Bola. I knew they are very mean and wicked to me, but then again, I have never prayed for the Wakada spirits to enter any of them, despite the fact that I know that was what their mother ever wished me. God, please save Bola." Men ran in different directions. One man climbed a palm tree so fast he lost his sandals. Another jumped into a goat pen. Two fishermen ran straight into the river. Bola chased them through the village streets like a storm. Meanwhile, Auntie Zara stood outside her house. She was so shocked and devastated. She kept talking to herself. This is impossible, she whispered. The spirit chose my old daughter. Why did the spirit choose my old Bola? Why not Amina? I have always wanted the spirit to enter Amina so that men would come and marry her. I will no longer feed her in this house. Why? She kept on questioning herself. As she was still sitting down there thinking of what to do, Tola come to meet her and said, Mama, Bola is running through the village, pursuing men up and down. What are we going to do? We have to protect her because she's going crazy. While the whole village was in chaos, Amina quietly followed from a distance. She wasn't laughing, she was worried because Bola, possessed by the spirit, was running wildly and might hurt herself. Amina was thinking of how she could help Bola because she knew that the Wakada spirit, when it enters someone, it hardly leaves. Amina was thinking, what can I do? Because if the Wakada spirit is not stopped now, Bola might run mad completely. Amina said to herself, I think I have to help her. Suddenly, Bola was trapped near the old wall. Amina rushed forward and caught her before she fell down, because if she fell down, she's going to sustain injury. For that moment, the wind around there grows still. The moonlight brightened, and Bola's eyes slowly returned to normal. The Wakada spirit had left her. The Wakada spirit left Bola because of Amina's good deed, not because of Bola, because people in the village know that Auntie Zara, the mother of Bola, is a very wicked woman. And also, the children have not really been kind to Amina. The villagers stood there watching what was happening. When Bola opened her eyes, she saw Amina and then she said, what am I doing here? Why am I lying down on the ground? And why is everybody staring at me? Amina, what is happening? Amina then replied to her and said, don't worry, you are going to be fine. Let's go home. When you get home, your mother is going to explain exactly what happens to you. Now let's go. Both of them get up and they walk straight to their house. When they returned home, the mother was very surprised. Tola ran out and said, Bola, are you okay now? The mother said, Bola, is this really you, my daughter? Are you okay? Then Bola began to question her mother. Mother, what happens to me? I saw myself lying down on the ground and I saw Amina helping me and there were so many people there looking at me. What happens to me? The mother said, don't worry. Come inside. Let me prepare your favorite meal. Then tomorrow, I am going to explain to you what happened. The mother never thanked Amina. In her little mind, it was the God that saved her daughter, not knowing that it was because of Amina's good spirit that made the Wakada spirit to leave her daughter Bola alone. That morning, the elders gathered in Auntie Zara's compound. They said something surprising. The Wakada spirit does not choose the wicked or the kind by accident. They look at Amina. The spirit passed you because your heart was already strong. Then they turned to Auntie Zara and said to her, the spirit chose your lazy daughter so she would learn humility. Bola, embarrassed by the whole village, laughing about her wild chase. Finally, she began happy with work. And for the first time in her life, she apologized to Amina. Amina, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Both Tola and Bola get down on their knee and apologize to Amina. Even their mother finally apologized to Amina and asked Amina for forgiveness. From that day upward, the girls always help Amina in doing the chores at home. They fetch water with Amina, they cook food with Amina, they go to the farm with Amina because they believe that humility covers everything in life. And from that day upward, when the wind moved straightly through the trees, the men in the village still look around nervously, just in case someone suddenly shouts, where are the men in this village? If you know that you truly enjoy this video, please don't forget to comment, like, and share. Your comment is very, very important to me. Bye, guys.